49-1, 49-1-5 for Oregon State. So work to do if they're going to reach 197 for the second time this year. Have to average 49.375 in their final 2 rotations, and they will head to the beam next. And of course, they feature the 2-time Olympic gold medalist, 3-time Olympic medalist Jade Carey, who leads the nation in all-around 39.694 and has the high in the country this year. That was at 39.8 3 weeks ago in San Jose State.
Yeah, and she's just been doing so good. So now they're really just trying to construct the perfect routine for her to reach her potential, maybe a 40, just getting as many 10s as possible. So.
Did you say a 40?
Yeah, the 40 is, you know, when you get 10s on all events, you know? Yeah.
Back in the 90s?
Yes. Very unheard of, but we're still, you know, we're hoping Trinity Thomas would do it at Florida, and I think Jade is the next one we're looking at to maybe do it again.
That iconic 40 back in February of '96. Moheni Maharjwa of UCLA, 39.975 in 2001, a quarter of a 10th off. Jade Carey, her career high 39.875 in the all-around, and that average 39.694. And that is tops in the nation. And again, I talked about it earlier. As great a gymnast she is just an even better person. That sounds cliche, but she's so grounded. And her parents, Dad Brian, Mom Danielle, just insisted that she be that way. And I've told the story before, but they have a completely different relationship, father and daughter, outside the gym. It's like when he wants to talk gymnastics with Jade, Brian, he's an assistant at Oregon State, he schedules an appointment with her at the gym. Now, if she wants to talk, if she wants to vent when they're outside the gym, he'll listen.
Yeah.
But if he wants to say anything, and there he is, he will schedule that appointment with her at the gym.
And I think that's important to really draw the line between, you know, home and gym, really finding that balance, because if you, especially when your parents are coaching you, it's easy for it to be gymnastics all the time, 24/7, and that can lead to burnout. And I think that's really amazing. I love that story. Actually, scheduling an appointment is kind of crazy to think about when it's your dad, you know. So that's really cool, and I think that's important, and I think that's an important lesson for, you know, parents out there to really, you know, when your athlete's ready.
Is key, isn't it? The event, even if you're not coaching, that ride home. Don't talk about how.
Yeah, unless they're ready to vent, but, you know, really just keeping the home let the home be a safe space, and then, you know, what happens in the gym happens in the gym, so just so they can have a mental break from it, because gymnastics is a lot. It's a very taxing sport on the body and on the mind.
And they had a remarkable moment in Tokyo in the Olympic Games in 2021 when fans weren't allowed, parents weren't allowed to be there, but as her coach, he could be there and shared that moment with her when she won Olympic gold on floor.
Right, and that's just very special, and I think when you have that, I would say it's pretty rare to have that, you know, parent-athlete relationship, so to be able to share that in the time where, you know, you aren't able to really have loved ones watch you is definitely something that they have, that they keep close to their heart.
And in this day and age of NIL, she has had the opportunity to go elsewhere, but she has stayed loyal to Oregon State. She first announced her commitment here, verbal, way back more than a decade ago. There she is. What a moment for her and the Golden Girls in Paris last summer. And I'm sure they're being inspired by what they're watching today, by Jade and by all the gymnasts. On this team, she is anchoring this beam rotation as she does every lineup. And looking on is Tanya Chaplin. Talks things over with the leadoff Sophia Esposito, and then Jade, one of the 3 captains, along with Caitlin Garcia and Sage Thompson, has her final word for Sophia. She's 9.875.
I love this unique, difficult connection to start off the routine. She's going to do a switch leap into a standing switch split, into a Standing layout step out. Beautifully done.
Sophia still have the same round off double twist dismount?
I believe she does, yes. As far as my knowledge, she is not one of the athletes that they're switching up the routine, so we will see this round off double pull right now. And nails that landing.
Well done, Sophia Esposito. Last year's Pac-12 Freshman of the Year.
She just does a really great job leading off this beam lineup. You know, you really want a gymnast that's very solid, very confident, very steady, and she is that gymnast to lead the Beavers and really get the momentum going. Yeah, that combination right there is my absolute favorite.
Such an elegant gymnast. Again, last time out, season high 98.75, career high 9.9. Last year in week 3 at home against Brown University. The score of Sophia Esposito. And meanwhile, while Oregon State is on beam, UC Davis on floor, and Alaska on uneven bars. Davis Bafani got hurt on a tumbling pass. Fighting through it. That Ava is okay. Senior from Novato, California.
Yeah, she landed pretty short on that tumbling pass.
Her mom, Suzanne, former Suzanne Swanson, played volleyball here at Oregon State. Thank you, Janae, for that note.
Yes, I thought it was perfect, especially being back in Gill.
We hope Ava is okay. Olivia Buckner getting set for her beam routine for Oregon State. It was a 9.875 for Sophia Esposito. That matches her score from last time out at Auburn at a quarter of a tenth off her career high. And now Buckner, who's improved every week. 9.75, 9.8, 9.85, and then last meet at Auburn, a career high tying 9.9. Can Olivia get even better? Sophomore from Riverton, Utah.
Beautiful, serious combination, and it's been really cool to watch her as a sophomore, really embracing the calmness and trusting her craft.
Like the smile during the routine. Twice in her career.
Back handspring for 1.5. Slight hop forward, maybe even a scooch forward on that dismount. But another great routine for the Beavers.
So after Esposito started off with a 9.875, Olivia Buckner, solid routine.
Another look at that dismount. Back handspring step out to a 1.5. Slightest hop forward.
To hit 197 for the second time this year, Oregon State would need to average 49.375 in these last two rotations. Chaplin talking with the senior Lauren Letch. Lauren has a heart condition, the same as Olympic swimming legend Katie Ledecky. Those articles have come out. Streeter had an article, Mason Fisher had an article. There was the story of Lauren Letch, born with a hole in her heart, had surgery to fix it at age 4 and again at age 5. And while rehabbing an injury last season, she began experiencing cardiac symptoms. 6 months later, diagnosed with postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome, commonly known as POTS. That's a disorder where a reduced volume of blood returns to your heart after you stand up. It can lead to lightheadedness or fainting, and a dramatically increased heart rate. Began working with the Oregon State trainers to see if she was capable of basic skills of dancing. Was able to recover and do a little more each day. It's been arduous, slow, difficult road back, and she wasn't sure she was going to be able to continue. Here she is now, a beam specialist at Oregon State, Lauren Letch. 9.825 in week 1, followed by a 9.85 and a pair of 9.9s, just a quarter of a tenth off her career high.
And speaking with Tanya, she'll have good and bad days, but they're just glad to have her back at any capacity. You know, she went from not being able to stand and walk to being able to compete again, so it's been an emotional time for her coming back and competing in Gill when there was a time where it didn't seem like that would be a possibility.
She remembers watching her teammates on TV, sitting at home, and she was compelled to get off the couch just to see if she was capable of doing a simple jumping jack. Lauren Letch. How much of a deduction is the wobble?
So that actually was a jump connection. So she was supposed to connect all 3 of those jumps together, and she wobbled in the middle. So it now depends if she's going to get that bonus that she needs, that connection that she needs to start from a 10.0, in addition to the wobble that she had.
Well, it doesn't figure to match the pair of 9.9s she had her last 2 times out. With a 10th off her career high of 9.925.
I love this dismount. She gets off the beam very quickly. The front gainer full off the side of the beam.
Again, they are thrilled to have Lauren Letch back in the beam lineup. Jennifer McMillan getting some final counsel from Tanya Chaplin. McMillan had a 9.8 on bars. Second and final time we'll see her tonight. A couple of meets ago on beam. Beaver's last meet at home, she matched her career high with a 9.9. Then in the last meet at Auburn, put up a 9.85. She was told by her club coaches to focus on other events, that beam wouldn't be best for her in college. And even last year she said, I don't know if I'm going to be that good. But she's done well.
Yeah, she has worked her way into this lineup, and she's stellar at this event. Not just good, but great. You know, she's a constant in this event. And so I think the coolest thing about college is that you can still elevate and reach your peak. You don't have to plateau in college or back out of events. You can still challenge yourself and get into events you didn't think you were capable of until, you know, you get under a new coaching staff or, you know, yeah.
Well, the smile from Jennifer as she gets set to go with her beam routine. Awaiting the score for Lauren Letch. And it's a 9.7. 9.7 for Letch. They will definitely want to put a red line through that one. 6 gymnasts go in each rotation. You count your 5 best scores. So they want Olivia Buckner's to be the lowest they count by a large margin. Pressure on McMillan, Gonzalez, and Carey.
after a back handspring swing down.
She struggled with that swing down in Heat 1 this year, but has done better since.
I guess that makes sense because it was a new series for her, so got that one out the way, and now she has it down to the science. Little balance check right there.
Did her best to sell it well. Out to Jennifer McMillan.
Yeah, get her back way out. And she makes sure to hold that landing position. You'll see gymnasts do that more often. They'll hold it for 3 seconds before they go and salute the judges.
Swing down there. 9.85 at Auburn last meet. How does this one compare?
I believe it'll be maybe very close, but slightly under because she had that slight bobble after those jumps.
Maybe?
Yeah.
Sydney Gonzalez will be next. You see Davis on floor, Alaska on bars. Again, when we're covering 2 teams, as we do in most of the meets, every gymnast gets their moment. We alternate back and forth with. They're all going at once, and we're focusing mostly on Oregon State. On the other teams, as time and logistics allow. Sydney Gonzalez has gotten better as the season has progressed. 9.775 each of the first 2 weeks, a 9.8 in week 3, and then the last meet, a 9.925. Has a career high of 9.975. Getting a perfect 10 from one of the judges at Arizona State, March of 2023. Sydney Gonzalez, graduate student, Newport Beach, California. It was a 9.85 for McMillan, so she matched her output from her last meet at Auburn. Love what they've seen so far. People packed up toward the rafters. You have to put that out of your mind, Janae?
No, I think it's really just you in the event. You're not really thinking about the crowd. If anything, it gives you more energy, but unless you're, a freshman getting used to competing in front of a crowd like this with all eyes on you. But other than that, the energy absolutely helps you. Sydney's just such a steady beam worker and brings so much experience to this lineup.
I love it, Sydney Gonzalez.
The whole crowd just had a lot of energy throughout that routine, was cheering after every single skill she completed successfully with an extra loud cheer.
Hard to find a lot wrong with it.
Yeah.
Again, her career high, 9.975. Season high, 9.925. And for UC Davis, Kiana Abraham, a senior from Bakersfield. Floor routine. Look at her tumbling down.
This is gymnast that packs a lot of power, and she started gymnastics late, actually. She was a cheerleader first and got into gymnastics after.
Wow.
A great routine. She opened it up with a double layout and finished it off with that huge combination pass.
Good show, Kiana Abraham.
Anchoring for Oregon State, Jade Carey.
There's a final tumbling pass. Got lots of air, didn't she?
Yes, absolutely. She truly gets so much air and so much amplitude, and that's what she's known for.
9.925 for Sydney Gonzalez. That matches her season high. And now Jade Carey. 9.9 on vault, 9.85 on bars. One perfect 10 on beam in her collegiate career.
She's very solid and precise throughout the routine. As I mentioned, seems to be a theme. She's changing this routine a little bit, switching up her series.
Has a pair of 9.975s on beam this year, which means she got a 10 from one of the two judges in each case.
I think on beam, you really just look for effortlessness, and Jade makes this event look so easy.
Oh, wow. Jade Carey, how good is that? High 10s all around.
I mean, I didn't see anything.
Well, if you didn't, I didn't.
The connections were there. She nailed the dismount. She hit that 180 split.
Hoisting up the damn stick after sticking the landing and the rest of the routine, and the crowd is calling for it.
There's that series. Changed it up a bit. Front arrow to flick lay.
So technically sound. Three-time Olympic medalist, two-time gold medalist Jade Carey with a great beam routine. Just how good was it in the eyes of the judges? In the meantime, she talks with Mia Heather prior to Mia's exhibition routine. Jade anchoring the competitive lineup. She has every lineup, every rotation this year.
It looks like a 9.95, and one judge. Yeah, one judge gave her a 10, and another gave a 9.95. So 9.975 for Jade today.
Judges rate in half a 10th increments, so a 9.975 always means a 10 from one of the two judges, and that's what happened here. It's her third 9.975 on beam this year. Great routine for Jade Carey. Paige Thompson, other teammates talking about it. It is always worthy of discussion, the things Jade Carey does. Now we focus on Mia Heather, the sophomore from San Francisco, has never competed on beam. Exhibition in the last home meet. It had a 9.85, January 17th. She is pushing for this lineup.
She's actually been dealing with some injuries, so this exhibition is perfect for her to try and break into this lineup, even though they are ranked 4th. This is their best event. They have the depth. It is steep.
It hasn't had a competitive routine on any of the apparatuses in her career. There's just something different about college gymnastics and coming here competing as a team, isn't there?
It truly is, and I think, I know we talk about her a lot, but just coming from such a high level, Jade Carey, you know, and she just got back from the Olympics, right? And then coming into college where it's just more relaxed and more fun, where you can enjoy yourself, and you can truly see it in her face, and you can see how much she loves it here. And
in her floor routine, school record holder on bars, and also showing her stuff on floor.
I believe she was up while Jade was going, and it was, from what I saw, the tumbling was good, everything looked great. She was in control.
So you're saying she was money?
She was money. I know, what a great last name.
Amelia Moneymaker. After Kiana Abraham's 9.9. We saw a portion of that, so they can draw red line through the 9.4 by Megan Ray. It's a 49.025 for UC Davis on floor. And that matches their high this year. Now one more exhibition beam routine for Oregon State. It's Carly Beeman's turn. We saw her exhibition on bars earlier. Carly has never competed on beam in college. The senior from Lauren Letch's hometown, Golden, Colorado. She did exhibition on beam 3 times last year with a high of 9.75. Also an exhibition floor routine for UC Davis.
Opening up with a double tuck. Slid that front foot a little bit. That's going to be a bit of a deduction. You want to show complete control on your landings on floor. Beautiful leaps. Touch front through to double pike. Stepped out of bounds. She stepped right in that corner, but you saw the judge raise her hand.
Eleanor Wiley, the freshman from Fairfield, California, Rodriguez High School. Exhibition floor routine for UC Davis.
You mentioned she was a freshman. They actually have 6 freshmen on that team. It's a very young team for the Aggies.
Carly Beeman now. Exhibitions on beam last year. Bar specialist in her career, but showing what she can do on the
Her focuses are bars and beam, and speaking with the coaches, she's more soft-spoken but very articulate, incredible student. She's the top chemistry student at Oregon State right now. Did research with cancer cells at the University of Michigan and Oregon State, and is interviewing with graduate programs currently, juggling a lot. Student athlete for sure.
No kidding. Save it.
So get another look at that save. She does a cat leap into a front toss. It was a little off center, had to drop her shoulders a bit to the side, but was able to save it. And that's when you see those toes really latching onto the side of the beam.
Dr. Chaplin talking to her team with one rotation to go. They'll head to floor and check it out, a 49.375 on beam, meaning they need a 49.375 on floor to hit 197 for the second time this year. If you're new to gymnastics, 196 is pretty good. 197 is very good. There's a big difference in that 1 point. And last time out, Oregon State missed it by a quarter of a tenth in losing by a half a tenth at Auburn. And now they got a shot with another 49.375 on floor to hit 197 for the second time this year.
Yes, and that 197 range that they were talking about, once you get to that mid 197, that's when you're in big contention for the national championship, right? The higher you get, the closer you get to 198 is where you want to be at. So given that we're now in the middle of season, they're right where they want to be, and they just want to continue to build brick by brick.
They had a 197.6 earlier this year. That's the 5th highest score in the nation in 2025. We've got prior to Oregon State heading to the floor, have a little multi-team celebration here. Always one of the more fun moments at these meets. And Janae, you and I were talking about it earlier. One of the things I love about this sport is that not only are teammates rooting for you, but the opposing team is rooting for you as well.
Yes, the sportsmanship is just unmatched and kind of like no other. You know, you watch football and basketball, you're so used to the intensity of the fans and everything, but even when it comes to the fans in the sport of gymnastics, they will clap and cheer for every team that's out there, regardless of, you know, what shirt they have on.
Jade Carey, the 9.975 on beam, her 3rd such score this year, still seeking her first perfect 10. There she is, senior for Oregon State. There have been 3 perfect 10s in the country this year. Jordan Childs at UCLA has one on uneven bars and on floor, and Helen Hu at Mizzou, one on balance beam. And Jade Carey has been so close a couple of times, and I thought in 2 home meets this year. One back about 3 weeks ago, and this one that she could have easily gotten 10s on balance beam. Oregon State leading the crowd in this dancing to the Beaver theme song. They have a good contingent of the band here. 3 rotations in the book. So as Oregon State heads to the floor. One more rotation to go, and again, Oregon State needs a 49.375. 197 for the second time this year. 9.975 for the great Jade Carey.